I welcome you back, students. Today we are going to understand about subject predicate. You know, in every sentence there is a subject and there is a verb also. So, apart from the subject, what remains in a sentence that is called predicate. And you know that some sentences are very small. These are of only two words. For example, get up, go there, open the window. Two or three sentences, two or three words in a sentence. Sometimes these are very long. So understanding what is the subject and what is the predicate is very important for us. So let's understand subject and predicate. Subject tells us who or what the sentence is about. The sentence is about. It tells us who or what the sentence is about, while predicate tells us about the subject's action, quality or position. Before we proceed further, let me clarify that each sentence is made up of two parts, subject and predicate. Subject tells you who or what about the sentence, and predicate tells you everything about the subject. What is the quality of the subject? What is the action that is done by the subject, and or what is the position of the subject. So let's understand it through example. Kanjivaram village is famous for its handloom saris. So here you can see that village, this is the main subject, and Kanjivaram village, this is the attribute. So this whole will come under the category of subject. Okay, and in this subject, this is the main subject and this is the attribute, while this remaining one, apart from the subject, what is remaining? This is called predicate. Okay, so subject and predicate. Subject means who or what about the sentence, and predicate tells you everything about the subject. What is the action done by it? What is the quality? What is the position? So now let's proceed further and understand subject predicate through various examples, and we will also understand different type of sentences. Let's proceed. You know that sometimes subject is having only the transitive verb, and sometimes there is intransitive verb. So when there is intransitive verb, there will be no object, and in this case it will be of SV pattern. First condition, when the subject is connected through an intransitive verb. An intransitive verb, then there will be no object. For example, the child sleeps. The child sleeps. So this is SV pattern. SV pattern means subject verb pattern, because this is the subject and this is the verb. The horse jumps. The horse jumps. Here you can see that this is the SV pattern, subject verb pattern. Sometimes what happens that a subject is joined or with some linking verb. Okay, some linking verb is there. Then when a linking verb is there, generally subject complement comes. So let's see. When subject is joined by some linking verb, then the pattern is subject verb subject complement. Subject verb subject complement. For example, Mrs. Sita is pretty. Mrs. Sita is pretty. This subject complement can be the noun, it can be the adjective. So here you can see Mrs. Sita is pretty. So here it is subject complement and this is adjective. Okay. And Mrs. Sita, this is the subject and this is the verb. So this is SVSC pattern. Let's see one more example. Before we proceed further, let's have a recap. When subject is connected through an intransitive verb, the child sleeps SV pattern, the horse jumps SV pattern, and then it is SVSC pattern, means subject verb subject complement. Okay, let's see one more example. Mr. Ram is our class teacher. Mr. Ram is our class teacher. Mr. Ram is our class teacher. So here you can see class teacher. This is the noun. This is the linking verb. Mr. Ram, this is the subject. Here class teacher, this is the subject complement. Subject complement. So you can see how This is used subject verb subject complement, or we can say SVSC pattern. Okay, SVSC pattern. Now in the further discussion, we will understand about the use of transitive verb, when transitive verb takes the object and when transitive verb take two objects. So there are certain situations in this. So let's understand what are these. When subject takes when subject takes some transitive verb. When subject takes some transitive verb, then obviously an object will come. For example, he purchased a car. He purchased a car. So here, purchase, this is the verb and this is the object and this is the subject. So this is called SVO pattern. Okay. See one more example. He bought a book. He bought a book. So this is again SVP pattern, SVO pattern, SVO pattern. Now we will understand its use with two objects, when two objects come. Let's see the example. When there are two objects after a transitive verb. Okay, example, he gave me a pen. He gave me a pen, me and a pen. So here this is called indirect object and this is called direct object. We and this is S. So this is called SVOO. SVOO. Or we can say indirect and direct object pattern. What is indirect and what is direct? Direct object is given to indirect object. This is the main thing. For example, here direct object is pen, it is given to me. So direct object is given to indirect object. This is the main identification. See one more example. Ram gave a pen to me. Ram gave a pen to me. So here a pen. What is given? A pen. This is the direct object, and whom it is given? This is the indirect object. Okay. So you can see this can be written in two ways. Okay. These are the similar sentences. These can be written in two ways. If direct object is coming just after the verb, it will not take, we can say no preposition will come, but indirect object will take some preposition too. Okay. So this is also SVDO, direct object and then indirect object pattern. So before we end the class, let me tell you one more important thing, that there are object complements also. So let's understand what are object complements. What are object complements? Object complements come after the object. So let's see. Object complement. Object complement why did you call me a nerd? Nerd means foolish person. Why did you hit me so hard? So here you just see these sentences. Here you can understand that there is an object, me. This is the object. This is the object. Okay. This is the object. This is the object. And hard, this is adjective. And nerd, this is the noun. Call, this is the verb. And obviously, this is the subject. So here, this is called object complement because it is coming after the object. This is also object complement. So object complement can be a noun or object complement can be an adjective, as you can see in these examples. So I hope you have understood. This is the subject. I hope you have understood what are object complements. Object complements come after the object, as you can see here. So hard and a hard. A nerd. So nerd, it is a noun, and hard, this is the adjective. So with this we come to an end of this discussion over subject and predicate. I hope you have understood each and everything that was important to be discussed in this topic. And before I end, I just recommend you, if you are a regular student, then you just suggest this channel to your friends. And if you are a new one, then you subscribe the channel, okay? Keep watching. Thank you.